My name is Gary Taconia. I'm a biologist with the Department of Fisheries and Oceans. And for the past 2 or 3 years, we've been working on developing the Streamkeepers program. And over the last several years, we've had a number of phone calls and an increasing interest from people living on different watersheds that wanted to get involved in taking care of their stream, monitoring their stream, fixing up the stream. And so what we thought we would do is put together a package of materials that is basically a toolkit for community groups to use when they're monitoring their streams or their aquatic ecosystems. And it looks at a whole range of things that they could take care of in the stream, from water quality to streamside planting, restoration projects, a whole list of activities that groups can get involved in depending on what their interest is. Sitting beside me here is one of the North Shore Streamkeepers, Zoanne Morton. And Zoanne's been working on Hastings Creek, well, for the past 6 or 7 years now. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've done on the creek?
Okay. So right here we started with salmon enhancement, and after a while we realized that we keep putting the fish in, and we wanted to look beyond just the fish and more into the whole ecosystem and what was going on here. About that same time, the Streamkeepers program came along, and it joins together really nicely. We have several people in the North Shore area that come over, and some from Vancouver, that come to join us in areas like this. This is Hastings Creek here, and they like the natural setting of here and the different types of things they get to do. They'll come out one day and maybe map the creek. We do adult spawner surveys in here, get right into the creek, get a poke around there and check out what's here, mark it all down, send it into DFO. We can also use it in development issues to say that there is living creatures here, that there's life in these streams. Not only the cutthroat and coho that you'll see later, but also the stream invertebrates, the little guys that live underneath the water. Their whole life depends on not being seen, but we like to go in, collect the information on them, and let people know that they're here. Nice thing about Streamkeepers is that kind of a wide diversity of people can be involved. We get people who just like to do gardening. They'll come out and do the tree planting and the watering and the care of them, take the cuttings to get more trees established. We get those who have scientific backgrounds who really enjoy the water quality end of things, or the stream invertebrate samples. We get the ones who want to come out and do mapping and like to just kind of truck through the bush. It's a good all-round exercise, as well as being able to come out and enjoy the natural setting.
One of the things this information does is it helps to put a lot of small streams on the map. We as an agency that is looking after the salmon and the trout don't always have the resources to go and monitor things on small streams especially, and that's where community groups can really come in and give us a lot of help. A lot of these small streams, in particular streams the size of Hastings Creek and even smaller, don't exist in anybody's database. They're not kept in records anywhere. They don't exist on a lot of maps, and one of the important things that Streamkeepers are doing is they're putting these streams on the map. They're collecting information about the fish species that live there, and the small streams in particular are really susceptible to development pressures because we don't know about them, and if nobody knows about them, it's pretty easy for a developer to come along and cover the thing in a culvert or bury it. And so the information that's coming from the community groups working on these small streams is extremely valuable and very important. We're going to take you through the training program that we would normally go through for a Streamkeepers group. We've been involved in a partnership with Capilano College as well as the Pacific Streamkeepers Federation over the past couple of years, developing a training program which goes through a weekend. And so what we'll do now is Zoanne and I will head down to the stream, meet up with Dave Bates, who's an instructor at Capilano College Fisheries Program, and together we'll go through the next few modules that would normally be covered in a training session.
So we've completed all of the in-house preparation. We've looked at the maps, we've identified the stream that we're going to be working on. Watershed boundaries have been identified, and we've laid out the section of stream that we're going to start with our initial introductory survey. What's important at this point now is that we reference our starting point with something that's not going to move. So we're going to start our introductory survey from here. We're going to move upstream, and we'll call this our starting point, and we're going to reference this to a structure that won't move, that hopefully will be here next year and the year after that. In this case, it'll be the footbridge upstream. So we'll hang a piece of flagging tape here, and we'll start moving.